It's precisely 1:15. This is the news on Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News is edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Sabrina Zawahir. The headlines. Government allocates funds for all sectors affected by COVID pandemic. Minister Dinesh Gunawardena appreciates in Parliament the keen interest shown by Pakistan to mete out justice for the Sri Lankan killed there. A new act will be introduced for the job security of workers. Electricity supply to some areas will be curtailed. Veteran actor Sarat Chandrasiri passes away. And in world news, Omicron causes COVID cause surge in South Africa. And in sports news, the Pakistan Super League will begin next month. Now the local news in detail. Parliament met under the patronage of Speaker at 9:30 a.m. today. State Minister Shehan Samarasinghe replying to a question from parliamentarian J.C. Alavatwala said government is bound to provide relief to all sectors affected by the pandemic. He said the budget has initiated the process. He further said funds have been allocated for all sectors. Minister Dinesh Gunawardena expressed condolences on behalf of the government into the death of Mr. Priyantha Kumara Diyawardena, who died while working as a factory manager at a Pakistan factory. He said government vehemently condemns the incident. Minister Gunawardena appreciated the keen interest shown by Pakistan to mete out justice. Replying to a question by MP Lakshman Kiriyala, Minister Gunawardena said government supports the Speaker to maintain activities in Parliament. Minister Johnston Fernando said governing party is bound to protect the Speaker. He said a member cannot question the Speaker about the time. Today is the 11th day of the committee stage budget debate. Expenditure accounts of Labour, Highways and Transport Ministry and its related state ministries are being debated. Commencing the debate on behalf of the government, Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva said government is taking measures to protect the rights of workers. He said the Employees Provident Fund has a deposit of 2,900 billion rupees. The minister said a new act will be introduced for the job security of workers. State Minister Nimal Lanza said the target to build 100,000 kilometers of roads will be achieved. He said work on all planned expressways has begun. He also said 100,000 saplings have been planted to protect the environment. About 100 individuals have been identified and arrested after mob in Sialkot yesterday mercilessly killed a Sri Lankan man and burnt his body, Reuters quoted a Pakistani provincial government spokesperson. The deceased was later identified as Priyantha Kumara, who worked as a manager of a factory of the Industrial Engineering Company. The Sri Lankan manager was murdered for allegedly tearing down a religious poster of the ultra-radical Islamist party Tehreek-e-Labbaik, Pakistan, in which Quranic verses were inscribed. Sri Lanka has urged Pakistan to take necessary action to investigate and ensure justice. Meanwhile, Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan in a tweet said the horrific vigilant attack on a factory in Sialkot and the burning alive of Sri Lankan manager is a day of shame for Pakistan, and he is overseeing the investigations, and let there be no mistake, all those responsible will be punished with full severity of the law. This news is brought to you by Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus, the best option.
Continuing local news, Ministry of Power and Energy says electricity supply to some areas has to be curtailed until Norachole power plant becomes fully functional. Electricity generation was interrupted with the failing of 2 generators at Norachole power plant due to yesterday's power failure. Media spokesman of the ministry, Sulakshana Jawardena, said it will take about 4 days to add those generators again to the national grid. Veteran actor Sarat Chandrasiri has passed away this morning while undergoing treatment at Colombo National Hospital. He was 57 years at the time of his demise. He acted in several stage and teledramas and films. He became popular by portraying character Samagipura Vasanta in Paba teledrama. A bus transporting garment workers had been hijacked along with the driver by a group of persons in a van at Alut Oya in Horowapatana yesterday. However, the Galoe police have arrested 6 suspects over the incident and also found the hijacked bus along with the driver. The suspects, aged between 37 and 50, were identified as residents of Bingiria and Virambugedara areas. They were handed over to the Horowapatana police. With that, we conclude the local news. Next up is the main news story.
In 200 meters, turn left.
This is not just my daily commute. I drive to power my nation's future. Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus introduces specialized motor insurance for you who drive our nation forward. Choose tailor-made insurance solutions. Up to 75,000 rupees claim settlements within 3 working hours. Exclusive discounts through Motor Plus loyalty rewards. Easy and 0% interest payment plans. Only from Sri Lanka Insurance.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Minister Mahinda Amaravira has instructed to expand testing on air quality in several cities. Secretary to the ministry, Dr. Anil Jasingh, has said the testing program will be expanded from next year. Under the program, air quality in several cities including Colombo, Kandy, Kurunegala, Gampaha and Galle will be tested. That came to you in the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Ministry of Education today revised the Christmas holidays dates for all government and government-approved private schools. Accordingly, schools will remain closed from 24th December 2021 to 2nd January 2022. Schools will be reopened on 3rd January 2022. That came to you in Watchlight.
Please be aware on institutes, registration and accreditation when you are selecting vocational courses which leads to achieve your future career goals. Do not waste your valuable time and money. Confirm institutes, registration and accreditation by TVEC. For more information, visit nearest district divisional secretariat offices and meet career guidance practitioners or skill development officers. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
The headlines of the world news. Omicron causes COVID case surge in South Africa. Omicron outbreak occurs in Norway. The US and China hold working-level defense talks. The world news now in detail. South Africa is battling a surge in coronavirus cases driven by the new Omicron variant, with the daily case count topping 10,000 for the first time in 3 months. Health authorities in the country were the first to sound the warning about the variant after detecting it in samples in November. On Thursday, they reported 11,535 new cases of COVID-19, a dramatic rise from just over 300 cases 10 days earlier. Health Minister Joe Phahala said South Africa is being hit by a 4th wave of COVID-19 infections and that the Omicron variant is responsible. At least 13 people in Norway have been confirmed to be infected with the Omicron variant of the coronavirus after attending a corporate Christmas party in the capital of Oslo. Norwegian health authorities said more than 50 attendees tested positive for the virus and one of them had the new variant. Officials found 12 more cases of the variant yesterday. Reuters and other media outlets say everyone at the party was fully vaccinated and none had tested positive before the event. The US and Chinese defense officials have held working-level talks apparently aimed at ensuring bilateral tensions do not boil over. In a statement, the U.S. Defense Department said the two sides discussed the Pentagon's annual report on the Chinese military during an online meeting on Tuesday. The report released last month warns of China's rapid military build-up, including possessions of nuclear warheads. That was World News. Prior to concluding the headlines of the World News once again, Omicron causes COVID case surge in South Africa. Omicron outbreak occurs in Norway. The US and China hold working-level defense talks. With that, we conclude the world news.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Sarvodaya Fusion, the ICT for Development arm of Sarvodaya Shramadana movement, is working with Google to bring the Be Internet Awesome program to Sri Lanka. Be Internet Awesome is Google's free program designed to teach children the fundamentals of digital citizenship and safety in a fun and engaging format so they can explore the online world with confidence. It also includes resources for educators and families. That came to you in Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Sports news is cricket. Today is the second day of the second test between India and New Zealand in Mumbai. Deciding to bat first, India was 316 for 7 wickets a short while ago. The second test between Bangladesh and Pakistan is underway in Dhaka. Today is the first day of the match and Pakistan chose to bat and they were 113 for 2 wickets a short while ago. The Pakistan Super League will begin on January 27th, 2022 with the draft to be held on 12th December. The league, which begins about a month earlier than usual to make room for Australia's upcoming tour in March-April, will have the final take place on February 27th. Unlike the last 2 years, the only 2 venues will be used for the tournament, with the event beginning in Karachi, where 15 games will be played from January 27th to February 7th. All matches thereafter will take place at the Gaddafi Stadium, including the final. That was Sports News.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U-Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The new startup airline and Sri Lanka's third scheduled international operator Fly Lankan will be commencing operations with flights to the Maldives by end of this month. This was revealed by Fly Lankan CEO Dr. Arosha Fernando during a special meeting held at the High Commission of the Republic of Maldives in Colombo in the presence of the Ambassador of Maldives to Sri Lanka, Omar Razak. That was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Sri Lanka Economic Summit 2021 will be inaugurated by the Chief Guest Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa on Monday under the theme Springboard for Revival, Opportunity to Reset. Government of the Central Bank Ajit Niwad Cabral will deliver the keynote address at the inauguration of the summit. Chairman of the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce Vish Govindandasamy will deliver the welcome address. That was Economic News.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
This is the weather report.
Finally, it's a look at the weather report. Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in Sabragamua, Central, Uva, Southern and Western provinces during the evening or night. Fairly heavy rainfall above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places. Showers may occur in southern coastal areas. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in Western, Uva, Central and Sabragamua provinces during the morning. That was the weather report. Prior to concluding this bulletin of news, the headlines once again. Government allocates funds for all sectors affected by COVID pandemic. Minister Dinesh Gunawardena appreciates in Parliament the keen interest shown by Pakistan to mete out justice for the Sri Lankan killed there. A new act will be introduced for the job security of workers. Electricity supply to some areas will be curtailed. Veteran actor Sarat Chandrasiri passes away. With that, we conclude the news and